Let's play.
Welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Let's Play Sacred with me, Bezlonir. As always, the man with the Canadian bacon that you can put your fried eggs on top of and eat with toast. Please don't eat me with toast. This has been a disclaimer. Bezlonir is not good with toast. English muffins, no, don't. Just don't eat Bezlonir. Human meat! Yeah. You know, every time I try to do that Danny DeVito voice, nobody gets the reference. It's like, god dang, man, nobody ever watches the stuff that I watch. Like, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or maybe my voices are just that bad. Human meat? Oh god, that was bad. Oh, that was pretty bad. I'm sorry. I do one impression fairly well, reliably. Would you like to hear it? If you just said yes, you're going to regret that shortly. Here's Homer. I don't do a Homer impression, but I will do this impression starting now. I love you. You love me. I love Sacred. It's such a fun game to play. Oh god. That was as bad as any of my references. There was no, that wasn't even clever. There was no wit. Anything. I'm sorry. What did you expect? I don't know. I'm making hand gestures again. That you can't see. So, yeah, not very many bounties left. Bounty, the quicker, thicker picker-upper. In case you need to pick things up. Like sticks. So now we gotta find this Dark Elf in Bravewall. It's a pretty easy one to find. Especially if you've been to Bravewall, there's a quest to kill Dark Elves down by that statue. The only problem I would say with that is that you're supposed to kill 3 Dark Elves there, and when I went there trying to do that quest, I could only find 2. So I was like, what the hell, man? Running all over the place, and I think I eventually... This is a weird thing about Sacred. Sometimes you're halfway across the map and you kill something and you finish that quest that was in a totally different place because that mob just happens to be the same or something. So yeah. And we get some Sakara priests here. They suck. Oh, I hate the Sakara priests. I tried to record commentary on this yesterday, and as I was scrolling back through my editing software, it crashed. Yeah, so I lost the bit that but it's nothing new. I was just complaining about Sakara priests again. I was just saying that if I ever, if anything made me quit playing this game, it would be the Sakara priest voice. And it's really bad because they also root you, so you just want to run by. You just want to run by them. You want to run by a lot of mobs. You got to get from A to B. There's no fast travel. But then they root you, and you have no way to get past them other than to kill them. And if you do kill them, then they make this noise. And if you thought that was annoying, that probably wasn't as annoying as the actual sound that they made. If somebody could please send me the address of the voice actor who recorded this voice, I would like to take a taxi to their house, and I would pull out a chainmail gauntlet, and I would have to have it stuffed in my back pocket. I'd pull it out of my back pocket, and I would slap them in the face with it, and I would say, You, madam, have offended my honor. I guess that's what I would do. I don't know. So yeah, now we gotta get a Sakara priest. In Bravesbury. This one gave me some trouble. Oh you. Yeah, I cut out 10 minutes of me wandering around everywhere in the area of Bravesbury trying to find this motherfucker. It's the description that gets you. It's not a very accurate description. Unfortunately, in cutting back to where I had to insert another video where I restarted, I don't think that I was able to give the clearest idea of where I actually was. I did try to include a bit of the tab map when I was editing, but I don't know how clear it will be. There's a website with coordinates, so if you just search for the Sacred Bounty Quest, I mean, if you really want to do it, it's not really worth doing per se, unless you just want to do different things in the game. I think it's kind of a neat alternate way to, if you want to like combine it with questing in areas. When you go to an area, if you like the quests in that area, you know, do some of those quests, and that's kind of cool to do. It's an alternate way of kind of sending you around the map to the main quest, as it were. So it could be a little refreshing, maybe once in that way. But ultimately, fuck you, people. Like, god dang, man. 21 bounties, that's a lot. At least it wasn't 99, I guess. Like, right? I got 99 bounties. And a Bichon Freeze ain't my son. Cause what? I can't have a dog child. The Nazis already tried that. It doesn't work. Impregnating humans with dogs or dogs with humans. Not close enough on the gene pool. But, that said, you know, the Nazis gave it the good old college try, but I'm sure if Monsanto really wanted to make a dog man, recreating Osiris, that'll be their new catchphrase. We made Osiris. And then he will become the new god of death. He will lord over all of humankind, and he will demand a sacrifice of 362 Twinkies on every Friday of the last Friday of every month. And if he doesn't get those Twinkies, then he will rape Ronald McDonald live on PBS. So better give the man his Twinkies, you know. Sometimes, I mean, this is just like Mad Libs. You could just hear me, like, you could hear the gears clacking, like clack, 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 clack. McDonald's, PBS, Reading Rainbow, you know, Lamar Berkeley, wasn't that his name? That guy, he was awesome, wasn't he? Dude, like, how do you get to do Reading Rainbow and Star Trek: The Next Generation? Like, I'm not even really a Trekkie, but we used to watch that with my family, like with my mom and dad when I was a kid. And that's pretty awesome, dude. That guy was like the shiznit. Oh man, Reading Rainbow. Da, 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 da. That was funny. It was not long ago. Somebody pointed out like a Kickstarter or something. I think to like, oh, we need to get Reading Rainbow back on the air. And I was like, oh yeah, man, let's resurrect back in the day. Let's bring back the old days and educate these kids and stuff. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, Reading Rainbow went off the air, like, 3 years ago. So while I was not giving a shit about it for, like, 15 years, all of a sudden I care that it's back. Yeah, stop the frontin'. I was frontin'. Oh, man. I try not to make the weird noises and stuff, but God, you just... for some reason, when I start to try to do an LP, like, all the phlegm in my, like, throat, all the allergies that I have, it's just... Okay, so if you look at this sign, hopefully you'll be able to see the details on it. It's kind of neat. It's one of the few things you can zoom in all the way on and see. If you couldn't read it, tough titty, said the kitty. Thanks to Stephen King for that one. I can't remember which book that was in, though it could have been Needful Things. Love some Stephen King, man. Oh, man. If Stephen King comes out with a new book, like these days, I would buy it when he comes out with a new book, but I just can't have, like, all those 800-page hardcovers sitting around because I really don't have much space. I'm like living like a nomad. I seem to keep progressively moving into smaller places, I guess because I have no social skills and I get kicked out of everywhere. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Isn't that, Dame Drops, or... He does, like, a food channel. He's like, yeah, man. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like to watch food videos, too. Like, I don't know, I watch a ton of stuff on YouTube, so, like, Reckless Eating is cool, and, shoot, what else is cool? Cult Moo is pretty cool. They do, like, they pick up, like, a bag of McDonald's, and then they, like, or, like, they get, like, a bunch of stuff from McDonald's or, like, Wendy's or whatever, and then they, like, batter it and deep fry it, and they're like, is it good? And they, you know, or, they, like, blend up a bunch of, like, French fries or Doritos, and they make waffles out of it, so it's pretty cool stuff. What else? Oh, Dame Drops. I think that's, I don't know if that's the name of his channel. That's what he calls himself. I'm not going to put links to this stuff or anything. It's not really, like, relevant to my channel or this video. But, yeah, I don't know if you enjoy different weird things. You might enjoy some of that stuff. You know, like, Reckless Eating is, like, I think, like, the people who get more airtime on that, on their YouTube channel, who, like, show up more often, are, like, the people who puke more spectacularly. Because they all, like, try to eat, like, 30-year-old dirty gym socks that were soaked in Tabasco. Of course they're gonna puke, but they're like, oh, today we're gonna be eating gefilte fish that a pigeon took a shit on. You know? And then there's like, of course they're gonna puke, but it's like the guy who's like barely smells it and he's like, you know, he's like, he's on his own. They're cool though. More or less. So there's the Inkarian Medal of Honor you will get for this, which is going to be, the quality will be based on your level. It's a big defensive amulet. So not much to it, but it gives you a boost to all your resistances and everything if you're looking for something like that. And you also get 2 skill points and 2 stat points for completing the bounties. So, that's pretty cool. I got like 10 levels out of doing all these. So, I mean, I guess it was worthwhile. It was, I mean, it's going to be easier the second time you do it. I think if you're doing it for the first time, finding some of these, like, I wouldn't recommend trying to do this until you're, like, pretty familiar with the game and the map, because you're just going to be like, what? You know? Yeah. I can't remember any other... I don't know why I kept recording. I'm just going to probably talk until some point here. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and end this here. So this is Bezlonir signing out. And thanks for watching, viewer. I'll see you next time on Let's Play Sacred.